Welcome to a casted game of Age of Empires 4. Spawning in the south side of the map, we've got Lenok here in the color blue playing as the English, and we can see he's already sending 2 vills out because we're on the map Golden Heights. In the north side of the map, in the color green, we've got Crackety here playing as the Malians, not deciding to send out any villagers. And this is something we'll talk about in just a second. We can see Crackety is opening up with that pit mine. Very standard Malian build order right here. However, Lenok's going to be moving out for the water. And the English are so damn good on this map for this reason. They can push out here with 2 villagers, and there's nothing Crackety can do about it. You may be wondering, well, Lenok's going to be going for water. Why doesn't Crackety go for water? What's so special about the English? Well, the English have bows on their villagers. And that means if Crackety decides to push out here with like 1 or 2 villagers of his own and goes for a dock, it's not going to be possible because they're going to get killed by Lenok's archer villagers. And this is the thing with the English. They're perfect for this map. They secure up themselves some nice food eco here, which sets them up really nicely, and there's not a lot Crackety can do about it. So we're going to have to see how Crackety decides to react to this. But now it's just going to be the standard Age 1 build order. But I'm sure he'll have something up his sleeve because it's a very odd pick to go for the Malians on this map. If you know that your opponent is could possibly pick the English, and that's exactly what Lenok's done. Crackety could have picked the English as well. So do bear on that in mind, and you get some really cool games where archers start shooting each other in Age 1, and docks are trying to go down. One of Aussie Drongo's well, I won't spoil too much, but one of the matches in his $1,000 Castamo Clash tournament had an English mirror on this map, and it was absolutely amazing. So do check that out. I don't think it's up on his YouTube quite yet, but keep an eye out for it. Trust me, it's a good one. We can see Lenok now producing out those fishing ships. Got one on there, one out already. Second one in the queue as well. So Crackety's got to have something up his sleeve because he could have picked the English, but he went for the Malians. So we're gonna have to see what he decides to do. You can see here Lenok's got a couple villagers on the sheep there still, looking towards that age up. Got enough villagers there to sustain his fishing ship economy, and we can see now Lenok investing quite a bit of wood here into just some palisade walls. I mean, it makes sense doing this. It means Crackety has not a single chance of getting down a dock of his own. But I feel like that's a very heavy wood investment at this point in the game. It means he's going to have more villagers on wood to sustain that fishing ship economy. And it means he's going to age up a little bit slow. As we can see, Crackety is already aging up. 4 villagers there on the Mansa Quarry. I mean, yeah, this is a very heavy wood investment. It looks like he's going to be doing it down the whole beach right now. Yeah, definitely an interesting decision there, but I guess he really wants to secure up the water because water pays off really, really quickly. You can see how much food he's already getting in from these fishing ships. So securing this up is going to be really, really important. But to be honest, I don't think Crackety's plan was to go onto water anyway, from the looks of it. I mean, nothing's really suggesting that he would be doing that. And it does mean Lenok's going to be extremely far behind when it comes to age up. You can see they're still very far behind. But at least he'll have the fishing eco nicely secured up. We can see he's going to be finishing that last palisade wall. I assume another one will come down right here. Let's see if he does it. I'm sure he will. Yeah, there it is. So Lenok's completely secured up this side of the map, which is really nice for him. We can see Crackety is going to be expanding out his pit mine right now with the houses. Going to be completing that up. Age up comes through, and Crackety deciding to drop down the stable right away. So we might see some sofas coming out. Now, sofas could be used for one of 2 reasons. They could be used to harass the base of Lenok. As we can see, he's still going to be in age on for quite a little while. He's going to click up shortly, but lots of raiding can be done in that time, especially onto the wood line here. The wood lines on this map aren't the best for Lenok right now. This smaller pocket is going to run out soon. It does mean Lenok will have to either push up north here or to the south. South's probably... I mean, the south's a little bit further away, but then north is also closer towards Crackety. But the other option that Crackety could go for is that he might be able to push onto the docks here with his sofa. interesting choice is actually going to be warrior scouts coming out of Crackety. That makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. Warrior scouts, for how cheap they are and how much damage they can do so quickly, that might be very, very good up against this dock. We're going to have to see how Lenok responds to this, as his villagers are going to be returning back. I think he knows something's going to be coming. First warrior scout here for Crackety is going to start burning down that dock. As soon as Lenok ages up, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, okay, so we already have a barracks coming down in response to this. Is he going to be able to get spearmen there fast enough, though? We already see almost... Well, we have 4 warrior scouts now on the battlefield making their way over. And these guys do quite a bit of torch damage. You can see there, dock already down to 1800 health right there. Blacksmith going to be coming up now. Longbow not going to be too efficient in this fight here. Something else Lenok could go for is maybe get a demolition ship, possibly. It's relatively cheap. You can see there, 72 wood, 72 gold. Might be a little bit better than going for like a Hulk or a galley, but a ship right now might be quite nice for Lenok, because it's going to take a while for these spearmen to make their... Well, these are villagers. His spearmen are still all the way back here. The first one going to be coming out now. We can see, yeah, there's going to be a demolition ship coming out from Lenok. Is he going to be able to get off a nice shot here, though? Let's see how much damage it does towards these guys. Oh, nice shot right there. Doesn't kill any of the scouts, though, but that does mean there's quite a bit of health taken off for those spearmen. And now we've actually got a galley in the queue for Crackety as well. That's going to do some nice damage, some nice splash damage onto these already damaged warrior scouts. First villager for Lenok going to be going down. I'm not really sure what he's doing here with those villagers. I'm not really sure what his plan was. I guess it was for the repair roll. But he definitely needs his spearman here first. And Lenok's not careful. He might be losing that second villager. But galley ship is out now. Going to be denying away those warrior scouts. And I mean, this dock's pretty low. Crackety going to be trying to clean up that villager. Then I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to commit to that dock. This could be a problem for Lenok. We can see it's burning right now. And we have no... Do we have any more villagers on the way? Lenok now pulling 5 villagers. Why 5 villagers, Lenok? I mean, you could just pull 1, but I have a feeling this dock might be going down just before those villagers arrive. Those spearmen are going to be doing a good job cleaning up those warrior scouts. If this dock does go down for Lenok, he might be in a little bit of trouble, but I mean, he has still got those 5 villagers on the way. He could always just rebuild the dock. Not going to be a huge issue here, and Lenok's really starting to build up that fishing economy now. Blacksmith going to be coming down for him as well. Really pumping out the units. We see lots of longbow and lots of spearmen on the battlefield right now. Still some warrior scouts about for Crackety. Maybe looks to do a little bit of harassing in the base. Javelin throwers coming out from Crackety as well. They're going to be doing pretty well up against the longbow. I discussed this in the last video, but... Or not the last video, but a video. Where javelin throwers actually do really, really well up against longbow. So... Nice little bonus there for the Malians. We can see Crackety has spotted out, or Lenok, sorry, has spotted out Crackety's bigger pit mine here. I mean, it's definitely an ambitious pit mine from Crackety. He's going to be repairing that up with that one villager. Crackety going to be doing a little bit of harassing here. And was that dock saved? It was saved by Lenok. Wow. Okay, so Lenok looking pretty decent right now. I mean... He's got quite a mass. He's building up that fishing economy even more to manage to save this dock. And there's no way Crackety gets onto this water with a galley here with the walls. Going to be really tricky for him. Crackety has managed to secure up this larger gold mine yet again. Villager there should be able to finish off those houses. We take a look at the eco count right now. Lenok's ahead by 6 economy, but fishing boats are a little bit more efficient than villagers, so maybe we could count that as maybe like 42, something like that. We actually have 2 barracks down, and now we've got early men-at-arms coming out from Lenok. This makes a lot of sense when you've got a big food eco like this out of from this fishing. It definitely makes sense to go into very food-heavy units. That's exactly what these men-at-arms can do. They're still in the early phase. He needs to upgrade... Oh, no, sorry. These are the upgraded version. I'm thinking of Vanguard men-at-arms right now. But yeah, Lenok looking in a pretty decent position now. He's got lots of spearmen. He's got some men-at-arms being mixed in there. There'll be a good tanking unit. And he's got a couple longbow in there as well. I mean, the best unit for Crackety right now would definitely be this javelin thrower, because the javelin thrower actually counters pretty much all of the units here. I mean, they're definitely good at kiting. They're definitely good against the longbows. They are anti-ranged. And then they actually do pretty decently up against men-at-arms when they're in the early stages. But we can see here, Crackety's actually gone for professional scouts. Makes a lot of sense when you go for those warrior scouts in such a large mass. Means he doesn't have to move out onto food or onto farms so quickly. Crackety's going to be losing his pit mine right there. There's a lot of resources that have gone into this that he's going to be losing. Upgrades for both players coming in right now is going to be that steeled arrow upgrades. Going to be cancelling each other out with those upgrades. Crackety's going to get some nice shots there onto the men-at-arms. You can see they do decent damage. And there's not actually a large mass here for Crackety quite yet. Going to be able to take some really nice shots. We can see longbow still being pretty effective here. Just because of their huge range. We're going to have to see what Crackety decides to make with this. We see some more warrior scouts are in the queue. Definitely an interesting choice, but maybe if Crackety can manage to whittle down those spearmen, he might be able to get on a nice little charge with those warrior scouts. For now, they're going to be continuing to gather up that deer. More blacksmith upgrades coming in from Lenok as well. Going to be that iron undermesh. And Crackety's managing to push back a little bit here, but he's lost so much of his infrastructure around this pit mine. Men-at-arms are going to be going down here for Lenok. Not got quite a large enough mass, but on the backline, these longbowmen can take off a couple shots. Going to be quite effective there. However, this is quite a large investment from the early men-at-arms. Going to be kited like that. But Lenok can afford it. He's got 13 fishing ships over here right now. And that is really sustaining his food economy right now. We can see Lenok up to 1,000 food a minute compared to Crackety's 600. And they've both got the same wood and gold. So Lenok definitely looking good when it comes to food. And right now, Lenok's taking pretty poor trade right there. Crackety is going to be able to take out those longbows with relative ease, with no sort of men-at-arms pushing these guys. We can see here Lenok's army is back on the way. More longbow, more men-at-arms. Now this might be bad for Crackety. He's not going to be able to kite 6 men-at-arms for that long without taking so many shots from these longbows. So he might just want to retreat back to his base right now. He's going to try kiting, but the longbow are going to catch up eventually. You can see actually doing pretty decent damage right there. Warrior scouts are here as well. Going to be able to do quite a bit of damage here onto the men-at-arms. Javelin thrower is going to be moving forwards now onto those longbowmen. Spearmen engage onto the warrior scouts. Spearmen going to be taking a really good fight right there. And this is not looking too good for Crackety. Crackety's going to have to pull back from this position. And his eco's not looking too great. And behind this, Lenok's mass is just going to grow further and further. We've got a villager pull coming out from Crackety right now as well. 17 villagers here. Going to be going onto that ram. Crackety needs to pull these back. He's going to be losing so many villagers here. Is Textiles in? Textiles isn't even in for Crackety. That's going to be a lot of dead builds. And dead builds is not what he needs right now when he's so far behind in economy. Lenok's really pulling ahead right now. He's so many eco units ahead right now. I don't see a way that Crackety can come back from this when he's got such a small unit mass like this. We can see Lenok's actually going for a bit of an outpost behind the base here as well. It's going to be denied for now, but I don't think that's going to be enough to stop the Lenok. He's just looking in such a good position right now. Crackety is still on that one pit mine as well. I take that back. He's on the second one over here, but still really not looking too great right now. And Lenok in the back here is going to be aging up now with the King's Palace. Horsemen are on the way from Lenok as well to do some more harassing. We can see 15 villagers over here about to get caught off guard by 7 horsemen, and Crackety doesn't have any spearmen to deal with this. He's got no sort of anti-cavalry. These villagers are going to be caught off guard. The age-up's going to be coming through behind this, and GG gets called. What a game by Lenok, really showing the power of that fishing economy, which the English can secure up so early. So if you did enjoy this, guys, please do feel free to leave a like, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.